We go further. I try to introduce who we are. We are the fiber optic expertise. We are set up 2010, specific for the FTTX rollout. With the machines that after some deep survey and some research, we found out that the dry cut machine actually is the best solutions by providing the rollout for fiber optics. It gives you a fast deployment and clean to lay your fiber. Okay. Our partnership with our principal, Murray, been formed in 2010. After deep discussion, finally we decide to get the RT80 machine from French. This is the machines that we brought in from France, which can give you a fast rollout, can cut at the speed of 100 meters per hour. And the size of this machine is small, and we will not actually cause traffic obstruction. It minimizes the traffic obstruction. You can see from this picture, okay, you see how close this machine can close to the buildings and can do the cutting without major damage to the road. And from the other side, you can see how minimum traffic obstructions. You can still use the machine. The traffic is still flowing without any blocking of the road. We did try using other types of machines. We call it wet cutting machines. Here is some comparison that we would like to share with you. Okay, for the dry cut machine that we have, it can go per day as far as 600 to 800 meters, depending on working hours allowed per day. Cutting wave is subject to debate. It can be from 20, here I put 30, up to 50 mm. There is no water pollution because it's a dry cut compared to the wet cut machine, where you have a lot of water need to be cool down the diamond cutter. Sealing the dry cut is easier, and doing the curve cut, it will be doing a very nice curve cutting along the roads. And for maintenance, we don't have to keep on changing the wheel. Basically what we do is we changing the bits. Okay, the benefit of dry cutting is speed. What we need to roll out our network is speed. The faster we can cut, the faster we can get backfilling, then the longer per day that we can achieve. It will going to benefit everyone, including the contractor. We can finish a job faster. Here's some picture to share with you what we did in Klang Valley. You can see that dry cut machines, very clean, have a very nice cut, a curve cutting on the left. This side, you can see how nice the cut going along with the curve. And cleaning, sorry. Cleaning, in the moments what we are using our manuals. We don't have any specific machines that can suck away all the debris. So far, we feel that this is still very practical. We are still very between our cost and the speed that we can roll out for our customer. And comparison with the wet cutting machine, you can see here. You need the water to cool down the diamond plate, and a lot of water is used. You can see how a lot of mud come out from the cutting groove. Another problem that we face is we can't do a nice curve cutting. To sealing the cutting groove, you can see here these two pictures. One, you see a lot of mud. You want to backfill, we want to lay, we need to do a lot of cleaning. You need a lot of water. And for dry cut, after the cutting is done, you can backfill with the duct. And after you install the duct, you backfill with the mortar, and you can finish your job with the premix. So sealing of the dry cut is easy. Okay, a step to do micro trenching is pretty standard. That what you need to do is a site survey, site preparations, micro trenching. When you do the trenching, everything is prepared, and then you need to clean. And the next step is lay the cable or the ducts. After the duct is laid, then backfilling and make good at site. For site survey, you need to identify the planned trenching routes. Do some. The very important step is you must do a utility scanning. We don't want to cut into any other utility like water pipe, power cable, and others utilities. So scanning, underground scanning is a must for micro trenchings. After the scanning is done, the design is done, then you need to plot into the what you call the map and submit your design to local authority for right-of-way approval. For site prep, once the routes that you already identified you want to cut, it's better that you have you do a site prep, like maybe do a marking, or at the location that you already scanning where there is other utility, you should put a mark what's the depth of the utility so to avoid to cutting on that. Okay, basically what we done in Klang Valley to share with you is the local authority or DBKL regulations compulsory that first priority you must cut into a yellow line or a straight line. This actually there is advantage to everyone to reduce your costs. If you can cut into yellow line and then you make good of the yellow line by repaint it or thermoplastic painting, then you can avoid milling. So milling is a high cost to your to everyone. And the next is before you do the cutting, you need to do a what do you call traffic management or safety to block out some of the route. In this case, I say just now, you can minimize the traffic obstruction because of the size of the machine. When everything is done, then you start cutting. Then the cleaning. You can see this machine actually have a very nice cutting groove, and the debris have been thrown aside so that make cleaning is easier and faster. And yet in this area, housing area, we need to clean it fast to avoid any complaints. So this is another way that you see we can easily, we must clean it immediately. After cleaning, and the next process is to laying the duct. Material wise, you can have any material you use, like just now all the speakers just now sharing that using a micro duct. To me, the ideal case, if you choose to use a micro trenching, micro duct is the best product to lay together using this technique, because the same cutting groove, by using the micro ducts, you can have a bigger capacity compared to the what you call the conventional cable. After the cables have been laid, then you need to do backfill. Uh, for us, we recommend the backfill is using a mortar. A special mortar can be mixed with a color mortar to act as one of the something like warning to anyone that who try to dig the area. And some additive to add into this mortar to make it dry faster, so that you can complete your job the day. Example, like if you're doing in the city at night, you need to complete it before the next day. Everything is nice, look nice to all everybody that using the road. So you can, the fast dry mortar can be backfilled with the premix within 3 hours. Here, again, a spec for trenching is subject to debates. For us, we like to share that what our capability, what we can do for our customer here is, we can cut 250 mm, about 10 inches deep, and wide was 55 mm wide. And we backfill with the red color mortar and finish off with the premix. Here there is a comparison between the blown fiber or microducts against the conventional. You can use conventional in the micro trenching. On this side, you can see with this cutting depth, actually you can put in maximum of 340 mm HDPE duct. By doing this, each of the duct you can pull maximum if you are using 144 cable. So you have capacity of 3 times 144. If you choose the correct product here, a micro duct, regardless 4-way or 7-way or 6-way, each way you can blow in a fiber of 144. So you can see with the same cutting groove, same money you pay to do the job, but you get much more capacity for fiber. So to choose the correct product for the new correct technique is things to think about it. Here is some reference that probably you can share with you. This is not in Malaysia. This is the code that I got it from UK's the Department of Culture, Media and Sport. They are one of the joint group utilities groups that they share this. What they said is, you can see here there's a lot of utilities buried under the ground. From this diagram, we can see communication always nearest to the surface, and the power line and other water pipe is below this level. This is just a reference for you guys especially for the local authority to consider, to think about what is the best way to avoid any utility being damaged while doing the infrastructure. Here is some the experience that we have in Malaysia. Unfortunately, what we done is mostly in Klang Valley only. We hope we can do something in Penang to help to roll out your fiber faster. We start our first project in the very high-end area, Damansara Heights, where all the VIP, rich people are staying. We need to do a good job, flush, and make sure that the site is clean. There's many ways we do the cleaning. You can see here, even we are using a plywood, using the canvas. Why we use the canvas is because you can see there is a glass planted there by these bungalow owners, that expensive glass, that they don't want the glass to be spoil or anything. So to avoid any complaint, so we choose to use a canvas to cover, so that all the debris is clean and easy to clean. Yeah, here is better view, you can see that. You can see a very good cutting groove by this machine and very consistent compared to the wet cut machine where there is a wear and tear after some distance. So you will not get a consistent weave compared to this dry cut machine. So this is the depth and the width that we cut. After we clean, we lay the microducts and we backfill with a red color mortar. And you can see here, there is a copper wire we buried during the process of backfilling. The reason we put the tracer wire is for you to trace your fiber route in the future. Once that road maybe the resurface, you can't find the location, is the way for you to detect back your cable routes. After backfill is done, you need to finish it with premix. You see here we are cutting into the yellow line. So once the yellow lines premix is done, you need to repaint or you thermoplastic the painting with the thermoplastic. The advantage of you cutting on the yellow line or white line or side line can actually save you a cost. You see, this is in KLCC area. This is our finishing, and then we make the site good with the thermoplastic painting. So after you're done, you see you can't see any scar or anything damaged, or you don't need to do the milling. This is a cost saving by using this technique. So clearly you can see that you don't worry about your road being damaged. Our experience in most busy area in KL, Bukit Bintang, we only allow to do night works. You see how beautiful this cutting is, how clean. You don't need to clean the groove, inside the groove. It's already, all the debris is thrown at the side. So it makes your cleaning is easy. Again, many night works. Even we work at the Bukit Aman area where they are near to the lake gardens. This is a private, what we call the fiber rollout between buildings. So it's connect one building, government building to another government buildings. And we did our project in the hilly area. This is done in UK Perdana, where this customer is using bronze fiber 7-way. They are blowing 96 core. So you see they have 7 pathway, one only occupied. They got future to expand their fiber. Anytime they want, they can blow. For this project, we did the blowing of fiber for them also. And the speed of blowing is very fast. For this distance of this project is about 2.6 km. The blowing of the fiber, it takes us only 1 hour. Actually, to us it's slow. It's supposed to be faster. So with this fast rollout, correct product, correct techniques, so you can roll out your fiber even faster. So this, you can see this is a hilly area. A lot of challenge here because the ground, the cutting all depend on the ground. How rocky is the ground? It depend on the speed is depend on the ground. So if it's too rocky, you will slow down your speed, and of course will cost us more to wear and tear. See, they are using, this is a blown fiber. Okay, microtrenching is happen everywhere outside Malaysia. So some of the pictures here to share with you, it happened in UK. You know, they see, they cut into even the walkway. And then they, you see the walkway, they've been cut, and the microduct is laid. This happened in Southwest Guyana, French territory. Probably my colleague, my partner will share with you more globally what happened in outside Malaysia. This is some experience of the distance that we done in Klang Valley. Okay, that is what I can share with you for Malaysian market. To continue with this global, what we call microtrenching experience, I would like to invite our principal, Maxime from France, to share with you.
Globally, so sharing the organization of microtrenching, introducing microtrenching, and the issues and questions that are coming with microtrenching. So to introduce myself and Marais, so we are a manufacturer of dry trenching machines. It is important to know that in France and Europe, we don't sell equipment, we use our own equipment, so we are the first users of our machines, so we know our technology. And my name is Maxime for our representative office in Malaysia. Okay, to know where this experience is coming from, these are a few references, so in France, and Europe, but also Africa, North Africa, New Zealand and Australia, and Malaysia. We've been working with Malaysian companies for 2 years now. So here are the 3 contractors that we have now in Malaysia able to offer our microtrenching solutions, including Fox, our partner that you just met. So talking again about the process of microtrenching, so I will go through these different phases. Phases 1 and 2 before trenching, then talking about the trenching itself, and the work that comes after the trenching. Phase 1, Mr. Lee already developed this, so you will have to prepare your site with field survey, network design, and detection. I insist on the geodetection and facilities scanning to know what are the facilities underground and where you're going to trench to avoid some costs and troubles in repairing and fixing it in the future. The site preparation with the marking of facilities that you will detect, the drawing trench path to know where to trench appropriately, and the traffic control. Then comes the trenching itself. So these are Marais solutions for microtrenching. So we have solutions for urban environments from 4.5 centimeters wide to 13 centimeters. Depths between 25 centimeters and 50 centimeters. With these solutions, we are talking of building 500 meters of network per day. So we are talking about fast rollout. First question that will come when you will do the trenching is where to trench. Okay, this is a bit, okay. Just remember that the more you will be trenching on the road, on the carriageway, the easier your rollout will be. Easier, so faster. On the other end, you will have influence on the traffic and on the road surface. A good compromise that we saw in Malaysia, as Mr. Lee introduced it, is to trench on the outside line, on the yellow line. You will then be able to repaint on the trench to have an aesthetical finishing, a nice finishing. Figure 4 is also specific but very interesting. It is dedicated to greenfield projects and new roads. We sometimes trench below the divider, meaning before the installation of the divider, of the concrete divider. So you will be able to protect your network without having any influence on the traffic, on the road surface. Then comes the question of how deep do you want to trench? How deep do you want your facilities to be laid? So these are 2 situations, situation 1 and situation 2. Situation 1 is the minimum we recommend and we think is suitable to have your network secured and your road protected. This is a 25 centimeters deep trench. The other solution is situation 2 with a 50 to 60 centimeters deep trench. It is the maximum the technologies will allow you to trench in urban environments. So of course these two solutions comes with pro and contras. Situation 1 will be more cost effective. You will save on materials, you will save on equipment. You will also reduce the damages on the road surface and in the underground because the trench is smaller. And something really interesting, really important, is that these technologies are on the market already. We have 3 contractors in Malaysia able to offer this kind of specifications. Situation 2, so a bigger trench, will allow you a faster rollout. Faster rollout, not specifically on the trenching, but backfilling and the cleaning on the site will be faster. I will come back on this point. You will also have a better protection of your network with more mortar coverage and deeper facilities. And with a bigger trench, you will increase your capability. You will be able to lay out more facilities, more fiber. Would you require it? So these are basically Marai's solutions to these two situations. Our first machine, which is the Marai's side cut, the one our partner Fox is using in Malaysia now. The assets of this machine are its compact size. The machine is less than 1 meter wide. So you're able to trench without blocking the road. Situation 2, we developed a machine called CleanFast, which comes in 2 versions, the traditional CleanFast and the Uber version of the CleanFast. So this machine is bigger, it's a truck size, still reasonable size to trench in the city center, and is coming with a vacuuming system. That's one of the reasons why you will be able to roll out your network quicker. Then comes the cleaning, as Mr. Lee mentioned it. So with our side cut solution, our small machine, all the rubbishes will be excavated. So there is no water involved, there is no mud, it's dry trenching. You will then be able to trench with manpower, traditionally, or using mechanized solution and special vacuum system. Situation 2 is easier, of course. It's the machine coming with the vacuum that you can just dump automatically. So still on day 0, so on the day of trenching, you will lay your cable. So these micro-trenching solutions are suitable for main duct, multi-duct, flat multi-duct. We recommend multi-duct solutions. And the backfilling. So this is important because this is really, this comes with the solution. With this kind of backfilling, our micro-trenching solutions are not optimized. So this is an example with the 25 deep trench. So you can see a first layer of sand, which is optional. We call it sand bedding to protect your duct. You will be able to skip this phase if you lay out the appropriate ducts and if the ground condition allow you not to do it. Then comes the duct. So for this example of 1.8 inch wide trench, we recommend a duct of maximum 1.6 inch wide. It is important that you keep a margin to be able to have a good backfilling. Then comes the color mortar. Most of the trench is backfilled with the color mortar. And finally, a last layer of cold mix, compacted cold mix, minimum of 5 centimeters to do the sealing and waterproofing of your trench. A few pictures to show you. So this is the sand bedding in Europe. So we just use a hopper to put the sand in the trench. The backfilling, so all these pictures are coming from Malaysia, so you can see different solutions with manpower, using customized hoppers, or a more creative solution just using a signalization cone that you revert to put the mortar in the trench. Situation 2, with our bigger machine, you will have a wider trench, 8 centimeters to 13 centimeters. You will save time here, as this size of trench will allow you to use directly a mortar truck to put the mortar in the trench. You just attach this picture too, that you can see this device to the mortar truck, and the mortar is going into the trench. So you're saving time here too. Don't forget the leveling and compaction of the mortar once it's in the trench to be sure the mortar is well entering the trench, is well surrounding your duct. And this is still on the day of trenching, on the trenching day. And it is important to say that after 3 hours, so basically a few hours after trenching, once you've backfilled, you have your network secured. Secured, they will know in case of rain, for example, in case of people accessing it. So your network is secured, so is your site. You can have motorcycles, you can have cars going over the trench. There is no risk. You just have 5 centimeters left for the cold asphalt. Then it can come later, so 1 day after trenching, maybe 2 days, you will have the sealing with the compacted asphalt, so with blade compactors, for example. These pictures are from Malaysia, so this is Bukit Damansara's area. And then the fiber blowing, in case of multi-duct. It is important to say that in terms of fiber blowing, the bottom and the quality of your trench are critical. That having a clear trench will allow you to blow far, and moreover, using this kind of solutions that can trench doing curves up to 6 meters radius, you will reduce the number of manholes on your project. And you all know that manholes are costly and it takes time to be installed. So a few pictures of the final results. This is just a few hours after completing the backfilling. So you can see the machine trenching in curb. And the last picture is in Europe. We are trenching on the walkway for this project. Okay, after speaking about the process of microtrenching, let's see the assets of microtrenching and why Marais we believe in this kind of solutions. First, because we believe it will reduce the damages on your road and on the road underground. I mean, surface and underground. Because your trench will be smaller, that's the first reason, of course. You won't have to go 1 meter deep. You won't have to trench 25 centimeters wide. Less underground damages and surface damages. Moreover, our solutions are dry trencher. You don't have water injected in the trench that can make the underground muddy and provoking in the future some cracking, some underground collapsing in the trench. So dry trenching. This is a picture once again in Bukit Damansara of the final result. So you can see that damages are really reduced on the road surface. Second assets will be the reduction of disturbances, environmental disturbances and traffic disturbances. Traffic first, and this is really critical in cities like Penang or Kuala Lumpur. The machine, once again, is less than 1 meter wide, meaning you won't have to block the road or maybe one line of the road on a narrow road. But cars can still go on. The small picture that you can see cars going over the trench just after the machine. So that's really important and really safe. Then environmental disturbances, so dry trenching and dust-free trenching. You don't have water going all around your project, mud going all around your project, and neighbors complaining. The machine is noisy. I have to tell you, the machine is noisy, but less than other technologies like hammer or backhoes. Strong backfilling. So again, mortar backfilling is coming with the machine. It's important to have optimized results with these microtrenching solutions. We don't believe that backfilling with soft grounds or sands, for example, are suitable, as their compaction can be a problem and you can have your trench collapsing in the future. We don't either believe in too narrow trenching. We've seen projects where contractors were trying to put a duct in a really narrow trench, too narrow trench. So once they were backfilling, the backfilling materials weren't able to go everywhere in the trench, especially below the facilities, provoking empty space in the trench, crackings, and breakup in the future. So we insist on having an homogeneous and strong backfilling. And finally, these solutions are offer you so quick execution. Once again, we are talking about 500 meters of network per day. And they are safer in a way that the trench is smaller. You can have vehicles going on it. You can have motorcycles going on it. And the fact that after a few hours only, your network and your streets are safe again and secured again. So these are the assets I was mentioning, a few pictures of our solutions. So I hope this gives you a good overview of microtrenching, on the assets of dry microtrenching. Then would you have any question, I will be available to answer you. Thank you.